Alright, in this video here, I'm going to show you how to test gold to see if it's real. So basically, kind of let me start off. You can go on eBay here, and you can get a test kit. There's a bigger one there, $19.40, $12.89, so $13.99. So they're not expensive at all, and basically, all you need is these little bottles of the acid and then the stone to rub it on. That's the basic thing you need just to tell if it's real or not. So as you can see, it's very inexpensive. Now I'm going to show you in here. All right, I've got a little setup right here, and you've got the acid. We've got the scratch stone. I've got a scale to weigh it. That's something you can buy extra. Some of the kits will actually come with this. So if you're wanting to weigh how much you have to either to resell it for scrap or whatever the case is. And then also just make sure you get something to do it on to protect whatever surface you're on, because this stuff, if you get it on this tabletop, it'll discolor it. Or and then also you might want to wear gloves, because if you get it on your fingers, it will stain your fingers for a few days or a week or so. It'll kind of make yellow spots on your skin because this is acid. And so basically I got like a little piece of cardboard here, so if it spills on there, it'll kind of soak it up. But then I also underneath that have a plastic piece there, so it can't soak through the cardboard onto the table also. All right, and then you may want to actually, if you're going to be selling the gold or whatever, or just curious in your weight, then you would just weigh it. Normally it's weighed in grams and then ounces. Obviously grams make ounces. This piece is easy. There's no stones. So you put it on the scale, and that is 1 gram. All right. And then you have one that has stones, and then you're going to weigh it, but that's including the stone weight. It is 2 grams. So if you're selling on eBay or whatever the case is, normally the weight of the stones is going to be deducted. And then there's diamond testers that you can buy to test the diamonds in your stones to see if they're real. And then it's up to you to make the choice whether it's going to be a piece that you think's worth selling as jewelry, something like this that's all intact, and if it had real diamonds and everything, or if it's a piece that has fake diamond, if it's or damaged, if it's just if you're just going to sell it scrap. So, but the scale is important normally on, for reselling it, to kind of see how much weight you have and then kind of estimate your price in scrap gold. And normally when I list scrap gold on eBay or whatever to sell it, I just put it on the scale in a picture with the weight displayed so that people can see it. All right, and you also want to have a rag to be able to wipe the stone off if you get too much of the acid on it, or just to wipe just stuff off in general. All right, we're going to take this piece and we're going to scratch it onto the stone to get a mark. There's my mark right there. All right, we're going to try it first. The easy thing is just to do the 14 karat first. Pour it on here, a little dab. And you see it immediately makes that just disappears. So that is not real. It's not even 10 karat. If it was 10 karat, then it would just change color slightly. If it was 14 karat, it would still be a line across there. It wouldn't have affected it at all immediately. So this piece here is not real. All right, now we're going to come to this piece. This wasn't marked. We were just, it's not one that's marked, but it kind of looks real, so we're testing it. This one here is marked 14 karat. I already know what this is, but I'm going to show you on here. You do a scratch. And that immediately disappears, so that's not real. And as you can see it's dripping off here onto the cardboard. So you definitely, like I said, you want to have something there protecting. And now I've got it on my finger. Oops, okay. Wipe that off. we're going to take this piece right here. This is 10 karat, is what it's marked. So we're going to scratch it on. All right, first, if we take the 14 karat, all right, and it didn't go away, but it kind of turned like an orangish brown on there. And then if we take the actual 10 karat acid right here, which is just a little less strong, we're going to put it on. And I don't know if it's easy to tell, but it stayed the exact same color. The scratch stayed the same color on the 10 karat, so it's 10 karat. It didn't disappear like if it was not real gold, but it changed colors to a more yellow, more brownish bronze color when I put the 14 karat on there. So this is 10 karat. All right, now we're gonna do one more piece here. This right here is 14 karat gold. And when we scratch it, we're gonna make the mark. We're gonna put the 14 karat acid on it. And it does not change the color. Obviously it's slightly darker because it's wet. But if you look across it, it doesn't disappear at all. It looks, you know, exactly the same as before. So we know that that is real. Now, if you let it sit there for a long time, it will kind of change a little bit. That's a lot of times because the actual scratch will kind of, sometimes almost kind of move around in the liquid. So it will look like sometimes it could look like it's slightly disappearing after a few minutes of sitting there, but it's not. But you'll know immediately if you put the acid and it's fake, it'll just, you know, 100% fake, it'll just disappear. If you're putting acid and you're putting too high, like you're putting 14 karat on 10 karat, if you put the 14 karat on the 10 karat, then it's going to just get more brown. It's going to change colors, but it's not going to disappear. But if you put the correct acid, the one that matches up with the, if it's 10 karat or 14 karat or so, then it's not going to disappear at all, and it's going to stay the same color. And then there's 18 karat, and then there is also a 24 karat, which you rarely ever find any jewelry that's 24 karat, just because it's so soft. They normally don't make anything. Plus it's more expensive and it's more soft. They do have a platinum test also, and there is sometimes with these kits you get the silver test also. Silver is a little bit more difficult. Easiest way to start with silver is just to put a magnet to it, and if it's moving at all or drawn to the magnet, then it's not silver. But that's pretty much it on the gold test. Pretty quick and easy. You can buy these cheap on eBay or Amazon or whatever the case is. It's a pretty easy test. Every now and then you might have a really big piece of gold, really thick, that you may have to actually cut some down into it because it might be gold around the outside, and there's a few really big pieces that might trick you to where you'd have to grind a little bit or cut down into it a little bit and test it. But for the majority of the time, for most jewelry, stuff like this, the acid test works great. All right, and that's it for this video, how to test gold. Just hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, hit that comment button, and have a good one.